There are just so many new features with Canva at the moment that it's impossible for me not to create another episode of What's Hot. And that's what's on the menu for today. What is up everyone, my name is Ronny, welcome back to the channel. This is the place for you if you want to learn how to design with Canva. So Diana and I run this channel and we have 2 new videos every week. So today, and yes, I know, I created an episode of What's Hot, episode 8, link in the description, last week. But there are just like so many new things releasing with Canva this couple of weeks that I had to create another episode. So for today, I have 3 new features, 3 template categories, and 1 photographer highlight at the end of the episode. So if you'd like to discover these photographer highlights, stick around until the end. So let's just jump right into it because there are so many things to talk about because Canva is just so hot right now. Whew. All right, the first feature I want to talk about is related to this new open beta for the video product. In the previous episodes or in previous videos on the channel, I talked about the new video timeline and how Canva is more and more becoming a video editing tool. So there has been an addition to these features as of 1 or 2 days ago, and I want to talk about it because it's a major feature. So let's jump right back into a video document. So again, and I've seen in the comments that some of you are struggling to get back into this open beta for the video product. So the way you get into the open beta is you have to go to your video tab right here from the Canva homepage and open any of the video document types. So for me, I'm going to open this first one here, the video one. And if it's the first time you open this type of doc type since they opened and they launched the open beta, you will have a pop-up. And if you clicked on not now or no thanks button, I am investigating at the moment how users can get back to this. I don't know the answer as of today, but I will definitely find it for you guys and answer that in the comments. So if that is your case, stick around, maybe subscribe so you don't miss the announcement. I will talk about this as soon as I found the information. I don't know. Sorry, but I will figure it out. All right, so I want to show you this new feature, which is splicing. Splicing is a term that Canva uses to say cutting your videos, which is super important when you edit videos, obviously, because you want to be able to slice or cut your video footage into smaller bits so that you can create connections. You can basically shape your story based on the narrative, based on the footage that you have. Let me show you how that works. This is a basic video document. It's a blank document. We see the timeline right here. As I will add some videos to this project, you will see the timeline filling up here. So I would like to use for that one of my footage. So I'm going to go to my uploads and to the video tab. So you have different tabs here in your uploads. Maybe you didn't know that. Just be aware that you have your images, your videos, and your audio. I didn't upload any audio track, but I have some videos. So videos could be a GIF or it could be a video of yourself, like I have a couple here. So I'm just going to use, let's see, which one am I going to use? I have this clip here. I know we have a lot of Indian friends on the channel. This is taken from the streets of Kolkata when I was there a long time ago. So let's say I want to use this. It's not much going on. The guy is sitting on his rickshaw. And let's say I want to cut this video right here. I'm going to make it full screen. So you will have to basically position your time indicator to wherever you want to cut the video. And then you head over to the 3 little dots of this one video clip right here and use split. So if I do this, Canva will split my footage right where my time indicator was. Again, I'm gonna split this again, position it. Right now I'm doing it randomly and I'm gonna show you with a better example in a second. I just wanted to show you where to find the feature. You see little dots right here, split, and there you go. And after you've done that, you can reorganize your story here. So the different footage that you've cut become individual kind of sections or scenes of your video. And this is the magic of it. You can reorganize them and you can add transitions in between them. See, if you hover over the intersection of these 2 clips, you see a plus sign, a plus button. This allows you to either add a page or add a transition. If you add a transition, you go back to the 4 preset transition we already covered in the previous episode. You have dissolve, slide, circle wipe, and line wipe. So again, if you haven't watched the video about me talking about the new open beta video feature for Canva, I will be leaving a link in the description of this video for you to check it out. It's been very popular on the channel. I think it got 10,000 views already. So make sure you watch this one. This is kind of like the fundamentals. And now I'm just adding one more feature because I believe this is too important not to be mentioned. The ability to cut your video footage into different slices. Super important for video editing. So one application of this, let me delete this entire project right here. So to delete, just select your clips and hit your delete key on your keyboard. I'm going to show you, for example, I'm going to go back to my templates tab and I'm going to search for YouTube intro. So this one is 5 seconds. Let's see how it looks. Revenge and Conquer. Revenge and Conquer. A gameplay, yes and no. I mean, the midweek artist fueled by a love for the art. Okay, so let's say this is kind of like your little intro for YouTube and you want to have the traditional YouTube structure. So you have your hook, you have your 2 or 3 second animation, and then you start the video. So let's say I have my intro already. That's the intro. It's 5.4 seconds. I can make this slightly less. So to reduce the duration, I like to keep my intros very short. So let's say 3 seconds. You just grab the clip and you drag it back basically to the left or to the right to adjust its duration. You have the duration here, so 3 seconds. Another way to do this, you can click on this little timer right here and adjust the duration like so. You see 30 seconds all the way to whatever. And if you want to be more precise, you can just type in the number. For me, 3 seconds will do it. So I want to play this to see how it looks. Okay, that's my short little intro. Doesn't need to be complex. But now what I want to do is to add my talking head. So I'm going back to my uploads right here. I've seen that I have this footage of me. What you want to do is to make sure you click on another segment of your video, on another page. And if you don't see any page here, you can simply click on the plus button to add a page. And now I'm going to add my video. Okay, so this is a video of Ronny. It's not very interesting, to be honest, but I don't have more videos here. It's not a problem. I can work with this. What I want to show you is that you can now cut your videos and animate your intro as you wish. So I'm gonna bring this bigger, like so. It's not the best video in the world again, but I think you'll get the point. I want to make something funny like so. Okay, so I reposition the video. Okay, let's keep that when I say, hey, like when I do this face right here. So let's find it. So there's this portion right here where I just shake my head and then I say, hey. Okay, so it starts pretty much here. I'm gonna cut here, split. Let me play that clip again. So to play it, just use your hey, okay, just to here. And I'm gonna split again and then I can get rid of the rest. So now I have this very little, and I can delete this one also. Now let's see the entire video. I have the little intro. And then I have Ronny like just shaking his head. So what we could do here is to add a transition to this. For example, this one right here. Now we can play it again. Yeah. Okay, so assuming you would continue this, like you would build up on this project, you can create some cool little video projects with Canva, because now you have the ability, when you have a long piece of footage, to slice it, to split it, to cut it exactly where you want. So you don't have to deal with this big chunk of video and drag and try to reduce its size. You can just split and use different parts in different segments of your video. This is the first feature I wanted to talk about. It's called splicing, and it's available for everyone. So free and pro users, you just have to be in a video doc type like I showed you from the beginning. So make sure you open a video doc type from the home page by selecting video right here on this banner. All right, moving on to the second new feature. The second new feature I want to talk about is the ability to use transitions in your presentation design. So far, last week, I spoke about adding transitions to video in a video document type, but Canva recently transferred that feature to be available as well in your presentation document. So I'm going to be moving from the video tab right here to the presentations. And you see how Canva has made its homepage much more efficient, I would say much more user-friendly. If you want to create a presentation, just click on the presentation button. That's what I'm doing right now. So I want to start a presentation. Click on presentation right here, and Canva is going to open a blank presentation and show me some presentation templates in the sidebar because they wanted to make it relevant for you, right? You open a presentation, they show you some presentations. So there is some video presentations and some classic non-moving presentations. You see, the video ones will have a little play button right here and show you, therefore, there are videos in this deck, in these templates. And each of these is not just one, but it's a set of different templates. Okay, so you can click on it and see the different slides in your presentation. So you can apply all the slides to your presentation, apply all 16 pages, or you can select individual slides to put in your presentations like so. So for this exercise, to demonstrate what I want to show you here, I'm going to be using a still presentation. So no videos, I just want to show you how, and I'm going to be using a very simple presentation like this one. So I could apply all 30 pages, why not? So by clicking on this one button, Canva will create my entire deck right here. What I want to show you, starting from slide number 1, is that you can now add transitions. So how do you add transitions? There is no, like in the video format, in the video document types, there's no transition button in between the pages. Well, you click on the page itself and you find this 3 little dots button right here. Click on it and add a transition. You can now add a transition like so at the beginning of your slide. So if you want the transition to be on your second slide, you will add the transition to the first slide. So you click on the first slide and then you find the 3 little dots, add a transition, and then you can select which transition it is that you want. You see dissolve, we'll do something like this. I like the slide personally. This one is a little bit too much. Okay, let's go for slide. And then you can again choose the direction of the slide effect. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the natural one, which will be this one. So sliding or pushing to the right. And now I can see, let me add a few more. So I'm just gonna add the same transition. So slide to the right. You can apply between all pages. Let's just do this. I'm gonna apply the same transition to all the pages of my deck. And now if I hit the present button, you will see that, okay, there you go. There is this transition going on with all the slides. And this is what I wanted to show you in this second new feature, that you can add transitions to your presentations as well. The third and last new feature I'm going to talk about today before jumping into the templates categories and the photographer highlight is a big one. For those of you who love to use templates and search the Canva template library regularly, this is a game changer. So make sure you pay attention to what's coming right here, because this is really going to help you find what you're searching for in Canva. So for this one, I'm going to head over the templates tab right here. So this is the place where you search for your templates. So clicking on templates, I'm going to run a search. For example, I want to find some Father's Day Canva prints, Father's Day cards, because Father's Day is coming soon here in Australia. So why not Father's Day's card? Okay, so you have your templates right here. What I want to show you, and the new thing, is that you now have these vertical filters right here when you search for templates. So Canva added these filters. This is going to be available for English users. So users who use Canva in English. So if you're using Canva in Spanish or in Tagalog or in another different language, you might not have this feature yet. It is rolled out to English users first. So please be gentle in the comments if you don't see that. It's coming, but for now it is rolled out to English users. If you want to experiment it, you can always change the language of your Canva user interface to English. You should see it. So what does that do? So we have filters here. We can filter different things, the format, the theme, the style, and the color. So let's say I want something for Father's Day. Yes, I can choose the dimensions. I'm not so much familiar with inches and foot and stuff like that, so I'm gonna go for centimeters. So I'm gonna choose the first format right here. The theme, Father's Day, Family Day. Okay, Father's Day, definitely. And continuing the style. Okay, illustration, photos, simple, minimalistic, curved text, border. can click on view more. You have a bunch of different filters here. Let's go for photos. I want to be able to include photos in my card. And then you can choose a color. Let's say my father's favorite color is aqua. So I can click on aqua and there's only one. But if I choose another color, let's say brown or black, I have more, okay? So you can very easily, like so, select your different filters. Let me clear all. I'm gonna do another search. Okay, so I'm gonna go for both of these formats. Father's Day, okay, and color, whatever. So I don't use the last filter. And now you see different cards for Father's Day. For example, this one is nice, but what I wanted to show you here is that you now have a set of filters directly in the template search, which is going to help you really narrow down your search and have more, I would say, appropriate, more precise search results in Canva. So try it out. Let me know what you think about this new feature. Let me know if you have it in the comments below. And if you don't, please be patient. It's going to be rolled out to all users eventually, but for now, only English users. And that is for pro and free users. So everybody can be happy with this. All right, guys, we made it to the end of the first section of this tutorial where I show you some new features. So now let's move on to the second section, which is going to be about template categories. I want to bring to your attention some new templates categories or existing ones, but that are pretty cool. I've received some new templates recently or are just something that are dear to my heart and I wanted to share with you. And again, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching and following our adventures on this channel with Diana. We really appreciate you. And I personally read almost all the comments. I'm doing my best to go through them. We receive so many of them that I try to answer a lot of them. I know Diana does too. So keep them coming. Like, we really love reading what you think. A lot of these messages are appreciative and it really makes a lot of sense for us to continue doing what we are doing when we read all of this positivity in the comments. So please keep them coming. We love you for that. All right. Let's jump into the section where we talk about the new templates. The first new template category I want you guys to search for, and I'm going to head over the templates tab one more time to search for that, is logos. Simply type in logos like so, and you will see a brand new addition. Like, a bunch of new logos have been added to Canva recently. I've discovered that not so long ago, and I wanted to share it with you because if you have to design logos for yourself, for fun, or a project you're working for, this is really a good place to start. So, one or two things you need to know about Canva logos, designing logos. So these logos cannot be trademarked, meaning if you are going to design a logo for Nike, for example, not that they need one, but if they were to come to you and say, hey, could you design a logo for us? Maybe Canva is not the best solution for you because whatever you will be created will be kind of a remix of different elements that already exist and therefore cannot be trademarked. So there's a whole legal conversation around all of this. But what you can do is to create a logo based on different shapes that you put together and modify into Canva to come up with some new original stuff. But what you cannot do is to grab a few elements from the Canva Elements tab, slap them on your page and maybe change the color, and this is your logo. This will not work because this element has been created by a creator originally, and for a logo, the particular case of a logo, it's not going to work. So you can create your logo based on lines and shapes into Canva. You put them together, you assemble them, and you create a logo or fonts. That will work, but not elements, okay? And not templates that you just use as a logo. So that is if you want to sell the logo. That is if you want to trademark your logo, you are very serious about establishing your brand. But you might want to create a logo just for fun, for a project, or even for your small business, and you don't intend to trademark it, like to really register your logo. This is my company logo, nobody can touch that. If it's just to put on your invoice, to put on your website, and you're fine with just it being kind of unofficially your logo, by all means, you can use Canva design logos for that. All right, I hope this kind of cleared the air a little bit and gave you some additional understanding of what you can and cannot do. And I'm not a legal expert, I'm just trying to decode what Canva is explaining in its licensing agreements. And again, don't take it for legal advice. I'm not a legal advisor, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a copyright expert either. This is just what my understanding of it is. So just because I've seen this question again and again. All right, let's talk about these logos though now. A lot of different logos in different style. Again, You have your filters here. So beauty, business. So I like that they have been categorized by industry, I would say. Let's say cafe. So you see a lot of cool like restaurant and cafe logos here. I like this one, simple but efficient. So this should give you a good idea, like inspiration. If you need to create a logo, maybe you don't even need to design it in Canva, but you can find inspiration here if this is your thing. Or you can give it a go and maybe decide, okay, this is what I want. And you send that to maybe a professional and you ask them, can you make this, but maybe refine it? Or if you are happy with it, just go ahead and use it straight away. So this is the first template category I wanted to show you. Type in logos with an S and then play around with the filters, find some inspiration, find a logo that fits you, tweak it, change the colors, change the font, apply your brand to it, and have fun with logos. The second template category I want to talk about is a set of different visuals for YouTube. But I'm not going to search from the templates tab, just like I did before. What I'm going to do for this one, I'm just going to jump straight into a video template or video document. I'm going to start with a blank document, but the templates tab right here, I want you to search for YouTube. I want to talk about YouTube templates. More and more people are starting a YouTube channel, are growing a YouTube channel, and Canva has some really beautiful and functional templates for you for different things YouTube related. So if you type in YouTube under the templates tab, make sure you have your templates tab selected, you will see different things. So for example, we have some end screens right here. This is the screen which comes at the end of your video where you can display different clickable thumbnails for people to keep watching more stuff on your channel. So you have different types of them you see here, and they are animated. So this is pretty cool. It kind of gives viewer this attention grabbing thing like, hey, look here. So we have different types of end screens that are very cool. You see they are animated. This is really cool. And they take into consideration the different buttons. So here you will have two different thumbnails and probably your channel logo for people to subscribe. So this is one type of, I would say, templates is the end screen. I'm also finding here some other visuals that could be maybe title scenes or stuff that comes in between different sections of your videos. You have like big, bold titles. So this could be also very useful. And they are also animated with little stickers. So you could use that in your YouTube videos. Let me go back. What else do we have? We have something like this, which is kind of like an intro. Let me delete this. So yep, this is good for an intro to your video. So you have different things like YouTube intros, like so. It's kind of like an animated thumbnail. And guys, you cannot animate thumbnails. So if you are hoping to get a thumbnail that moves when it shows on the YouTube page results, it's not going to happen. YouTube is not going to let you upload such a thing. You have stuff like this one for your titles, also beautiful. So by all means, search for YouTube. You will find titles, big titles, you will find end screens, and you will find YouTube intros. So this is really cool. If you search for YouTube from the homepage, so let's say the very first page of Canva, like so, in the search bar, type in YouTube and just wait a second and you will see different things as well. The YouTube channel art, YouTube display ad, YouTube icons, thumbnails, video ad, gaming video, YouTube intro, music, YouTube thumbnail, tutorial YouTube thumbnail, etc., etc. So you really have everything you need in Canva to get started with your YouTube journey, I would say. And that's the second template category I wanted to show you today. Just type YouTube and discover all of the beauties. And then the third and final template category I want to talk about, this is something I've been using again and again for my work, for the presentations, for the decks I build for Canva, but also before working at Canva for my nonprofit, I've used that. So this is not particularly new, but it is so useful. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. For this, I'm going to head over the templates tab again, and I'm going to search for visual chart presentation. Visual chart presentation templates. Okay, so you don't need to put a template, but visual chart presentation. And this is what you will see. A bunch of different decks right here. These have been helping me and my business so much that I could not hold it back and not share it with you. Like, this is really cool. Let me show you, for example, you have slides that show timelines and user journeys and pyramids and cycle of projects, tables, all sorts of, even world maps like this one. This one is super cool. Organigrams, organizational charts, this has been a wealth of information for me, and each of them, not just one slide, it's a set of 10 slides. So for example, this one right here has 10 slides in it. You can flip through them from here to kind of see what they look like, see some really cool stuff, particularly like these ones for organizational charts, like if you need to represent visually the structure, the hierarchy in your organization. This is great, different types. And you can, of course, like unbuild all of this and edit it to your taste. This is really cool. So I highly encourage you to dive into this. Type in visual chart presentation and you will find all of this good stuff. If you work internationally or just want to represent the reach of your project, this is really the templates to go for. And yeah, visual chart presentation, primo templates. All right, guys, we are almost at the end of this video. Thanks again for watching. If you made it up to here, you are a legend of the highest rank, and we appreciate you for sticking around with us. We are about to jump in the last part of this tutorial, which is the photographer highlight. I know you guys like that. Photographers are not that easy to discover on the Canva platform, unfortunately. I'm really hoping they will find ways to improve that. Like, how do we search for creators, photographers, contributors that we like on Canva, and just keep following them and seeing more of that content. I know the team is working hard at cracking this one up, so let's see what comes in the future. But for now, we are here, we've got your back. We have the photographer highlight. So the ones I selected for this week is called ViewBug. And ViewBug is not one photographer, but it's a collective of photographer. I found this one by searching in the Canva library, and I just stumbled upon like a few of the photos and I thought, oh, these photos are very cool. Who is this guy? And then I read the description. I clicked on finding more from this creator, from this contributor photographer, and all the photos had something special to them. They are very well curated photo collections. So I started reading the description. Join a global network of creators and share your photos. Participate in daily challenges. Get inspired by curated galleries and access photography tools to take your photography to the next level. There's a website here. There's one follower only. This is quite sad, but the follower is me. And yeah, I investigated a little bit more about ViewBug and what is the ViewBug community. So it is a community, a collective of photographers who can participate in different briefs, in different contests, challenges, and submit their photos to the website viewbug.com. But Canva probably has partnered with ViewBug to feature maybe all of their photos. I'm not sure this is the entire collection, but what's in here is of really high quality. So in order to find ViewBug, you can use the link that I will leave for you guys in the description. For now, this is the only way, or unless you stumble upon one of their photos. But if you search for ViewBug, you might not find it. That's the challenge I was referring to before. But that's why we have a link for you. You can use that and you can start using their photos. Again, like, how do we use these photos? So different ways. Let's find one that I like particularly. I like this tree right here, it's beautiful. So I can heart the photo. That's one thing I can do. Let's do this. Then it will be added to your likes, and then you can view your like folder from the Canva homepage. Or I can click on the photo. Now you opened it. You can view more by ViewBug. So that's how I find my photographers. I search for photos I like, and I like them. I open one, and then you can click on this. I'm gonna open in a new tab here. That's how you get to their page. That's how we discover these photographers. Just giving you a little bit of my secret here. So I can do two things here. I can add this to a folder. If you're a Canva Pro user, you will have a bunch of different folders at your disposal. Even if you're a free user, you can create 2 folders, I believe, or you can use it in a design. I like to add them in folders. For example, I would create a folder called nature photography, or even trees and skyline, something like that, landscape maybe. So you can create folders, add your photos in your folders, and then from Canva, from the editor, you can recall them. So another way to find more of one photographer, you can simply use that in a design. Let's say a presentation, it's fine. And once you are in the design with your photo selected, use the little I button for info, and you will see view more by ViewBug. And then it will open all the ViewBug photos here in this panel right here of the editor. And if you use this brand name right here, that is the brand name for ViewBug. So just so that you know, that's how you use the photos. And that is it for me today. Thank you for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. I'd love to see What is your favorite part of this tutorial? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Give us a like so YouTube pushes this video to more people and we can just continue to do our thing and bring you the stuff you love about Canva. I'll see you in the next video.